the final and maybe most important part of this series on how to grow an email list from scratch, and that is getting traffic to the page where you'll get their email. So a lot of people will tell you a lot of different ways to do this. You can do social media, that's like the free way. You could do paid ads, obviously the paid way. You can also do like JVs where you partner with people and you present your freebie or your offer to their list or maybe on their podcast, something like that. Again, it's a free way, but you're just putting a lot more effort into it. So the thing that most people don't tell you about in regards to these things is that it really depends on the way that you're talking to those people, whether it's free, whether it's paid, whether it's in partnership with other people. What is going to make the biggest difference in the quality of person coming onto your email list is whether they're cold, warm, or hot. So this is called traffic temperature. So let me just get my face out of the way here so I can show you this guy that I whipped up here. So cold, what does that mean? So cold means that the person that you're talking to is unaware of the problem, and they're also unaware of the solution. But something that we could add to this is that they're probably aware of the pain. And so what makes that different from the problem is, for example, if I have a let's say like a back pain, I'm aware of the pain that my back has, but I might not be aware of the problem that is creating for me. Is that stopping me from, spending time with my grandkids or whatever it is? Is the problem actually that I have back pain because of something? Is it that I have back pain because of not doing something, like because I'm unhealthy and I don't work out or something like that, right? So the problem is a little bit more specific than the pain. And then the solution. So maybe they don't even know what the solution is. Do I do acupuncture? Do I go to the chiropractor? Do I have to do some special back exercises? Like, what is the problem? Do I need to get surgery, right? These are all very different solutions. And that's something that you want to pay close attention to when you're talking to your potential audience, right? So if you're going out there and talking to someone, like talking in a way that assumes that this person doesn't even know that acupuncture can help them, well, then you need to consciously be aware that you are talking to a person who is in the cold category. And this is important because this is going to dictate how much education your audience will need to eventually buy from you or book an appointment with you. So on the other hand, you might have, and this will probably be, if you understand this concept, this is probably the majority of the people that you'll talk to. If you're considering what I'm telling you right now, you'll probably most likely end up targeting warm audiences. So people who are aware of the problem, but maybe not necessarily the solution. So they're closer to the hole. Like think of golf, right? They're a little bit closer to the hole. You might need to make a medium long putt to get them in the hole, and that is by educating them on the solution, but they're fully aware of the problem. So that might be, let's say you're a chiropractor and you specifically help people with back pain. Well, they might be aware, like, hey, my problem is that my spine is out of alignment and that's causing my back pain. So they already understand that their problem is because their spine is all wonky. And so to educate them on the solution would be so much easier, because you can be like, well, did you know that chiropractic can, adjust your spine and get it into alignment, therefore reducing your back pain or eliminating it. And then there is hot. And this is what you strive for, right? This is the low-hanging fruit. These are the people, if we use the golf analogy, they are literally right next to the hole. They just need a little tap of reassurance to know that they're going to make the right choice. And so these are people who are fully aware of their problem. They are aware that the solution that you provide will help them. They just need some sort of reassurance. So whether that's like overcoming maybe a common myth or common objection, or just reassuring them that it will in fact work. So let's give an example of, we'll stick with back pain, but let's talk about like acupuncture, for example. Well, maybe they have their back pain and they know like, I know a friend who went for acupuncture and that solved their back pain, but I'm not quite sure that it will work for me because I have lower back pain or I have sciatica back pain. Or right, maybe they just have this tiny little nuance in the way that they see their problem or their situation. And so they already know that acupuncture, the solution you provide, could help them, but they just need you to give them that reassurance that, hey, did you know that actually when we do, let's say, I don't know, herbal concoctions plus acupuncture together can fully eliminate your back pain because it works in this way and that way, right? Then it's like you're full on like just eliminating that objection in their mind and reassuring them that, oh, okay, this could work for me. And so to get them over that line to book an appointment with you or to buy from you is so much smaller, and the time frame is so much shorter. And those are the type of people that you want to talk to. So if you're going and creating social media content, for example, you might plan your topics, but then talk about it in a way where you're calling out the person who has the back pain. You're calling out that person who also knows that they want to do acupuncture, but maybe they just have an extra little objection or misconception or whatever it is. And that will help you get those more highly qualified people on your email list so that when you email them, they're a lot easier to book into your business. So this is probably the most important thing that you will learn in this whole series, because this will really make or break this whole thing that you've set up, is the type of person coming into this, right? And so basically, to correlate this to everything that we've created, your solution is going to be the freebie that you created, right? Your freebie is supposed to be getting them a quick win on their problem, as we mentioned. So if you haven't watched the first parts of the series, go ahead and watch those back. There will be links somewhere around here, if you're watching on YouTube, down in the description below, on getting to that playlist, and just go through that. But basically, you want to keep this in the back of your mind when you're creating your ad or you're creating your social media content, or even if you are partnering with somebody, let's say on a podcast, or maybe they're promoting your freebie to their list, whatever it is, just making sure that the way that you're talking about it, about the freebie that is, correlates to someone who is either in the warm category or hot category. And this is not to say that you can't target people in the cold category. This is saying that if you, as the business owner, want quick wins, then I would recommend to specifically target the hot people. So here's another example, okay? When I learned this concept of cold, warm, and hot, this piece in itself is what helped me make my first $100 online, okay? And all I did was I took the exact same thing that I was promoting. At the time, I was an affiliate, and I was promoting some kind of software, and I was like talking about this software, and I was talking about the things that they can make in it, and blah, 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 blah. But what I was doing is I was selling on behalf of that software, essentially, to people in the cold area. I was like educating them about why they need the software, what's the different things they can do, instead of just talking to the people who already knew about the software and wanted to buy it, but they just needed a reason. So when I learned that concept, I immediately went and created a video talking specifically to these hot people, and it was a review video. So think about the person who would be looking for a review of the software, right? So review of XYZ thing. They already know about that thing. They already know that it's going to solve their problem. They just needed the reassurance. So I just made a video reviewing the software, showing them inside, giving them my thoughts, the pros and cons, that kind of thing. And then I just gave them a little incentive to get it through my link. So you don't need to do that extra little piece because unless you're selling some sort of affiliate thing, but essentially you can apply this to your business with your freebie, even with your paid offers, where you are, same thing. Maybe you're reviewing a certain kind of like, let's say an acupuncture technique, for example, right? Maybe you're reviewing dry needling versus hot stone therapy, or I don't know, something like that, right? And so the person who is looking specifically for the differences between those, just seeing your piece of content, whether that's paid or free, doesn't really matter, they're going to go, well, that makes a lot of sense to me. And they're going to go and get whatever it is that you're offering to them, right? So again, you want to correlate it to what your free thing is or your paid thing is, but targeting the hot people. So anyway, let me know what your offer is, whether it's free, whether it's paid, and let me know which avenue you're going to post it on. Are you going to make an ad? Or are you going to make a piece of social media? And let's see if we can come up with a way for you to target the hot audience for that. If you want to learn more details about how to put all this together, get some more personal advice for your business, then join my free email Moneymakers Facebook group and get on my email list, because I share more tips like this every single week. And if you are watching on YouTube, just go down to the description below this video and I'll have links to everything that I'm mentioning here. If you are not already, make sure you subscribe